Secretary, Health and Human Services, Dr. Senior officers of the FCTA, gentlemen, a round of applause to all of us.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria at all times. That as they put your position in the services of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, Federal Republic of Nigeria, I will not discriminate on the basis of religion, tribe, cult, or status, or practice any form of partiality in the performance of my official duties. I will always place service to the public above selfish interests, realizing that a public office is a public trust. I will always perform my official duties diligently and do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Capital Territory Administration, Federal Republic of Nigeria, that as the Chief of Staff of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the law, and always in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being, and prosperity of the Federal. Today's date is 8. It's okay.
The Chief of Staff is signing the dotted lines.
At all times. That as the
Chairman of the FCT Civil Service Commission,
in the services of the Federal Capital Territory Administration,
in the services of the Federal Capital Territory Administration,
Federal Republic of Nigeria,
Federal Republic of Nigeria,
I will not discriminate on the basis of religion,
I will not discriminate on the basis of religion,
tribe, cult, or status, or practice any form of partiality in the performance of my official duties. I will always place service to the public above selfish interests, realizing that a public office is a public trust. I will always perform my official duties diligently and efficiently. I will not engage or be involved in any activity in conflict, either directly or indirectly. Honesty and concord amongst all the people of the Federal Capital Territory and Nigeria. So help me God. Your oath of office. I do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Capital Territory Administration, Federal Republic of Nigeria, that as the solemnly declare, swear and pledge that in the service of my country, I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria at all times.
Department. And signed the dotted line is Dr. Babagana Adam, who until now was the director in charge of the Department of Outdoor Advertising and Science. They call Nikita. Alhaji Wadata Bodinga, until now was the director of Transportation in the Transportation Secretariat of the FCTA. Former director there. That applause was unsolicited. Madam Bumiolo Okere. And finance in the economic generation activity is a foremost female gender activist in the FCT and a director in the Social Development Secretariat. She is an Amazon, the Ministerial. Female dance. Thank you, Madam Grace. Honorable Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we will now continue with the swearing-in ceremony, and we will now be...
Hereby solemnly declare, swear and pledge that in the service of my country, I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria at all times. That as in the services of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, Federal Republic of Nigeria, I will not discriminate on the basis of religion, tribe, cult, or status, or practice any form of partiality in the performance of my official duties.
A round of applause for you. Very, very well deserved indeed. While all this was going on, the distinguished Senator Samuel Along joined us. Thank you very, very much, sir, for being here with us. A round of applause for him. Honorable Minister, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Swear and pledge that in the service of my country, I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria at all times. And as in the service of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, Federal Republic of Nigeria, I will not discriminate
I will not discriminate
on the basis of religion,
on the basis of religion,
tribe, cult, or status, or practice any form of partiality in the performance of my official duties. I will always place service to the public above selfish interests, realizing that a public office is a public trust. I will always perform my official duties diligently and efficiently, and will not engage or be involved in any activity in conflict, either directly or indirectly. That I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Capital Territory Administration, Federal Republic of Nigeria, that as the of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully, and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law. And the law. And the law. And always in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being, and prosperity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Federal Capital Territory Administration, that I will strive to preserve the fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy contained in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my official decisions, that I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, without fear or favor, affection or ill will, that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall become known to me as the
Oladiran Olufemi Akindele, coordinator.
Permanent secretaries, chairman, and members of the FCT Civil Service Commission, coordinators of the STD and AMAC, directors and management staff of the FCT, invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a memorable day as far as the FCT is concerned. We'll give God the glory, we'll give Him the honor. Now today, all our dreams have come to materialize. First of all, we want to thank His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, who has shown leadership by making sure the 2018 Act is being implemented. That again reassures us of the renewed hope agenda. Prior to this period, it was difficult for any staff of FCTA to be a permanent secretary. Today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has made it possible for you to get to the peak of your career. At least for sure, those of you who are not permanent secretaries are now hopeful that tomorrow you'll be permanent secretary. Again, for people who have fought this, for you not to have the Civil Service Commission, I thank God Almighty that we have a body who will take responsibility for the training, employment, discipline of civil servants of the FCTA. Again, you have capable hands, particularly the chairman of the Civil Service Commission. I've known him as a Minister of State Education when he was the DG of Bureau of Public Procurement. He's a no-nonsense person. He knows the rules very well, in and out of civil service. So we made sure, the President made sure he gets the best to start this, because we know it will not be easy. And again, to the permanent secretaries, yes, you have been made a permanent secretary, but you know what comes with it. As a permanent secretary, you have become a political appointee. Did you write the exam to a permanent secretary? So you know the implication of that. If you perform below expectation, there's nothing like query. There's nothing like querying him as proper civil service rules. We have no time for that. We'll just send you packing as permanent secretary. So just know it very well now. I say it, I don't want to hear, now that we're heading secretariats, you have your mandate secretaries as your political heads. I don't want to hear that files are unduly delayed. I don't want to hear that files are unduly delayed. Just recently, we found out somebody who was sabotaging the works of the FCTA. But thank God, all those bad people have all left. All those who don't want you to be independent, who wanted permanent secretaries from the Federal Civil Service, they have all left. But please, we want you to assist, we want you to support the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to realize the renewed hope agenda. What you owe, this is what I've always told people. It has been difficult. You have been fighting for this. You never knew that this will be the time. Now, if somebody who has taken up the pains, who has said, look, let this be done, what do you pay back? How do you pay back? Is to be committed and work for the success of that person. So you owe Mr. President to make sure that Abuja works and works very, very well. We don't know the secretariat that you'll be posted. Wherever you are posted, what we require for you is commitment and total loyalty. Total loyalty. Nothing like 99.something%. It's 100%. And of course, like I said last time, immediately after the head of service will send out the postings of directors. I have said that there will be total reshufflement in all areas. I've said so, and I'm going to implement it this afternoon. So, are you with us? Please, if you have been a prayer warrior, please, no need, it has been done. You ought to have fasted before today, but don't fast anymore today because the posting has been done and nothing will change it. Now to the coordinators, particularly the coordinator of STD. This is the first time that FCT as administration is taking development to the area councils. Mr. President has mandated that as we are providing infrastructure in the city, we must also provide infrastructure in the area councils. And so you owe us a duty to make sure you supervise and report what is going on in the STD. It is very, very important. The man in charge of the Abuja Municipal Management Council, you know your own is more problematic because all of us are in the city. You make sure that the street lights are on, sanitation is done very well. You make sure that public buildings are well repaired. To worsen your situation, the residents and the guest houses of the Senate President and other principal officers of the National Assembly, you are in charge, so you'll be into trouble. And of course, this is where Mr. President resides. Last night, I went around and I saw areas where there are no lights, no street lights. And then I was asking myself a question, why am I signing street light payment every time? So you have to make sure that before you bring any paper, you make sure that all those street lights are working. They are working. The man in charge of investment, Abuja Infrastructure Center, just this morning, I saw files on land swap. I minuted to the head of service. I said, keep it until the new man comes. I'm not going to do anything until the new man assumes office. You know, people like to rush. Today they know that the man will be inaugurated and they're pushing the file for me to sign. I said, I'm not going to sign. Let the new man start work. I want to appeal to the permanent secretaries. Please cooperate with the mandate secretaries. They are like your commissioners. You have to cooperate with them. And I also urge them to also cooperate with you. There's no need of struggling. Who is bigger? No one person can work alone. You require a teamwork to be able to succeed. So if you work together, we are going to succeed. Everybody is looking towards us to make sure that we change the narrative. And by the grace of God, we are doing that now. Everybody is seeing that security is improving. You can see the infrastructure going on. Other things will very soon, we'll start innovation of schools in the entire 6 area council. I believe that when the National Assembly approves our 2024 statutory budget, which we are going to defend this afternoon, I believe we'll take off immediately and we can let the public know, by the grace of God, come May this year, Mr. President will have a lot to commission in FCT. Let me thank the chairman of the Federal Civil Service Commission for honoring our invitation. Let me thank the Honorable Minister of State for the support. We have always worked together, and that is why we are achieving the result we are achieving today. Let me thank all the mandate secretaries for their commitment to making sure that the renewed hope agenda is being achieved. And let me also urge the other directors, be hopeful. Be hopeful. The head of service is going to retire this March. But let me tell you something. History has it that he's the first head of service of the FCT. Because I saw his commitment, because I saw his passion to work. I recommended to Mr. President, these are the type of people we want. Even if he will spend 2 days, let him go with it as the former head of service. And so, you never can tell who will be the next head of service. So, be committed that when God says it's your turn, it is going to be your turn. But be assured that nobody will be victimized, nobody will be politically victimized. No. I believe in competency, I believe in capacity. Once more, I congratulate you and thank you, and know that your work has started immediately. I do know that you have made arrangements to go and host some of your guests. Well, unfortunately, the head of service cannot. Unfortunately, the permanent secretary, who is the DFA before, cannot, because they all head into National Assembly to defend our budget. Thank you, and God bless you. Let me thank my Lord. Let me specifically thank my Lord, the Chief Judge, who is being presented by my own brother from my state, Justice Origi. You see how God works? You see how God works? I'm the minister. The man who gave out the oath to those who from River State. So, and it is true, when I was minister, that we got all these things from God, is it not? Yes. So I could not to pray for River State. Thank you, and God bless you.
Shall we take the national anthem?